Welcome, Chroniclers, to another episode of the Shotokan Chronicles. In today's video, we're going to look at a technique that is commonly seen in Shotokan that is mainly used in the Tekki Katas, Jodan Haiwan Nagashi Uke. But first, take a few moments, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell so you never miss one of our videos. Jodan Haiwan Nagashi Uke is one of the techniques that you're going to see in all three of the Tekki Katas. It also appears in some other situations and other katas, but mostly it is associated with tekkis, Tekki Shodan, Tekki Nidan, and Tekki Sandan. Now let's break down the technique. Jodan, obviously, that's your head area. It's the upper part of your body. Haiwan. Now this is a part that a lot of people don't quite understand. So there's three blocking areas of your forearm. Haiwan, Naiwan, and Gaiwan. Haiwan is the back side of the forearm. Gaiwan is the upper part, the top part of the forearm, the thumb side. Naiwan is the bottom side. Blocking techniques are all associated with one of those sides. It's not the part of the arm that is blocking. It is the part of the arm where the blocking technique finishes. So for example, if you're doing Soto-uke, and this is one of the places, this is a block that is confused with Jodan Haiwan Nagashi Uke, and I'll explain that later. But if you're doing Soto-uke, when you block, you're connecting with the underarm, the fleshy side of the forearm, and then you rotate to the Naiwan side of the forearm. So it's a Naiwan block. If you're doing Uchi-uke, you catch with the Haiwan side of the forearm, and you rotate, finishing on the Gaiwan side of the forearm. So it's a Gaiwan block. So in this instance, Haiwan, you're catching with this side of the forearm, and you're moving it to here to finish the block with the back of the forearm. The last part of this block is Nagashi Uke. Nagashi means to press. So this is a pressing block. So you're not rotating this way to try to do any kind of block, or rotating it back to do any kind of a block. Your rotation is actually happening here. You come up, rotate, and then you're pressing the opponent away. Uke means to receive. A lot of people think uke means to stop, like a block is to stop or to intercept. Uke means to receive. It's thank you, and usually you give something back. And that'll be at the end of the video, a little. The method to do Jodan Haiwan Nagashi Uke is usually involved with a crossing technique. The block has to happen here in front, so you're catching the punch, and then you're pushing it away. This position for the block can be here, here, or here. You're going to look at a lot of videos and a lot of books, and some of these are by some pretty high-level masters from over the years, where they twist their body. That's okay to twist your body, but you don't want to come back and open up this area. So if you're trying to twist the body to throw the punch in, I can understand why they're doing that, but it's not necessary. If you're doing a block, if there's a punch coming at my face and I'm going to use this technique to stop it, I don't want to turn my arm back far, because now I've passed over that punching technique. Now the person can do a secondary move, maybe a hook punch to my head, because I just put his fist right here. So why would you come back and twist your body? It's not necessary, and it's dangerous. Another thing that you see quite often is people mix up the position of the hand. Remember, this is Haiwan. So you're blocking with this part of the forearm. And what they start to think is, because you're bringing your arm up into this position, they think about back in the basics when we did Chudan Soto-uke and we set up like this to come around and block, because you want to block with this part of your forearm and rotate it. That's why we set up there. You know, as you get higher and higher and you become a black belt, we don't usually set up here for Soto-uke. We usually just block from here. This is beginner. And it's been confused as people move up in the ranks and they become black belts or brown belts and they're doing these Tekki Katas. You do not do Jodan Haiwan Nagashi Uke from here. It's no longer Haiwan. As I had mentioned, this is not the Haiwan side of the forearm. It's the Naiwan side. So now you're not blocking correctly according to the technique. Jodan Haiwan Nagashi Uke should be somewhere in this position. Now, the little secret at the end of the video. The next movement in the 3 tekkis after you do this technique is called Yorazuki. It's not a block. Listen to the words. Yora means close. Tsuki means to punch. A lot of people think that this is a block and this is a block, but it's not. It's actually a punching technique. It is a close quarters punch. Remember, Tekki is close quarters combat. So you're blocking here, pushing the attack away, and then coming inside with a strike, either under the chin or to the sternum. Here's a little secret. Traditionally, this technique is done in a manner where the elbow is sitting in front of the wrist. If that was the case and someone was to grab your wrist, block your strike and grab your wrist, there's no body connection there, and you can easily lose that body connection. If you place it at the wrist, and that's how it's mentioned in the books, elbow is at the wrist, but behind it, now if somebody was to grab your wrist, you have much better connection. Just a little tip. Maybe you can use it, maybe you can't. Take a few minutes, visit the Great North Apparel, use the coupon code Shotokan at checkout to receive 30% off of your order. Also visit the link on the screen where you can get your very own the Shotokan Chronicles merchandise. Thanks for watching. Train safe, train hard, and we'll see you next time right here on the Shotokan Chronicles.